Hello, welcome to my channel. I just got these new earrings this weekend from Altered State. I am obsessed with them. I love like flowery things. I love pink. I'm such a girly girl and I'm just like so obsessed with these. They make me really happy. But okay, anyways, today we're going to be talking about rushing. This is something that actually my husband called me out for really bad. He was like, "You rush things, blah blah blah." And it's kind of true. I did rush a lot of things. My husband and I got married. We didn't even know each other 6 months. I co-signed credit cards with someone. If you watch some of my other videos, I didn't even know this guy for 3 months. And some of the other things that I've done is I only thought about quitting my job for a month before going off and doing my entrepreneurship journey. So there are a lot of things where I do act fast, right? And for a really long time, I was like, that's cool. Money loves speed. But at the same time, it's a balance between that. What I've learned is it's a balance between that and then also not chasing the outcome of things. Like, I think the problem with rushing is that, okay, if you're chasing the outcome and you're rushing there, it's not the best thing. So today we're going to talk about how to take action every single day, like be consistently doing things and working towards your goals and admitting when things are wrong and taking action fast, but also not rushing to get to the goal itself, because I have found that there is a lot of beauty in the journey of doing things. And for example, like my hair goals, like I've been obsessed with my hair lately. Like it's looking however it's looking today, but for the longest time I was like, oh my gosh, not really putting that much effort into it. I was just gonna go get extensions or something like that because I want like long hair, long whatever hair. But having my little like process now, I have like my 7-step routine. I've been loving that, and I've been loving the process of it and the way that it makes me feel and the self-care that it gives me. So I've written out some principles that I've used in business and life since making some of these mistakes. And I just wanted to share them with you today because it's really close to my heart. And I feel like a lot of times our world is so go, 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 and you can always feel like you're behind. At least that's how I feel like. I feel like I'm always behind. So it's like, how can we not rush but still act? And I wrote down 6 principles that have kind of helped me achieve this, and I hope they help you too. Okay, so the first one is, if you want to not rush but still act, you need to have a vision. You need to have a vision of your life, like 30 years from now. But it's also really helpful to have a vision of your life like 5 years from now, 1 year from now. What are your hair goals? Like, what are your family goals? What are your skin goals, your hair goals, your skill goals? Like, all of these things, knowing where you want to be in a certain amount of time will allow you to act now. But trying to rush the process of getting there, like giving yourself realistic timelines and then enjoying the journey and knowing where you're going, is so helpful in not rushing, because it's like, okay, what do I want? What do I want this to look like? And how can I get to that vision? Now, within that, the second thing that I have to say is, having that vision is great, but if you're saying yes to things outside of that vision, it's going to dilute the actual ability of you to get that goal. So saying no to things is so important, and not rushing, because everything's going to feel rushed if you're doing too much. If something's not aligned with a vision that you have for yourself, let it go. I mean, things don't need to be perfect, but you definitely need to know like what is your vision and what's not for you. And I think that's so important in terms of not rushing. Okay. The third tip that I have is to not measure your outcomes, so the actual goals that you're achieving, but the things that you're putting into it. So for example, like I'm really into marketing, I'm really into lead generation, but for me, I don't look at, okay, how many leads am I getting, like I do in the overarching sense where it's like we track those metrics and they are important, but I look at, okay, on average, like how many DMs do I need to do a day? Or how many outbound messages, how many emails, how many phone calls, how many networking events do I need to go in order to get an account closed, in order to get a sale? And so focusing on those inputs, on how many things I'm going to based on my goals, it can be adjusted, right? Like, so for example, if I'm not getting any leads, I'm either not doing enough or I'm doing the wrong thing, and that's really important to know. But focusing more on the process of getting a lead, the process of getting a sale, helps you not rush, because especially in sales, like rushing is literally one of the worst things that you can do. Rushing a prospect, rushing a sales cycle, feeling desperate to get a sale. It's one of the worst positions you can be in. But if you're focusing on consistently having people coming to you for your business, that is going to just change the way that you are calm and you are just helping someone and being a steward for them, solving their problem. Okay, number 4 is within that vision, like I said, have a plan, like have a solid plan. And this is something that I really struggle with. So the thing that I have here within that have a plan is have a mentor, like have someone who has been where you want to be and listen to their advice and really soak that in, really internalize that and make a plan with them so that way you're able to achieve your goals. And you're going to have a much better chance of achieving your goals if you are working on achieving your goals with someone who has been through what you've been through and has been where you have been. So not ever, like, there's no coaching program that's going to be a be all end all, but I have had a lot of people help me in my journey and I paid them for it and I've invested in myself. So whether it's like a course or a coaching program, having a plan and getting guidance to implement that plan so that way you know you're aiming at the correct target, it's going to change the way that you work because you're going to know you're not rushing because you're going to feel like you're on plan. Okay, number 5. On that line, be always improving. So there are going to be periods where there are lulls, right? Like, for example, like it may take a certain amount of weeks for a sale to come in before you have to do a big project and you're just doing lead gen. Or maybe you're married and you feel like there are certain parts of your marriage that are unsure or your husband's not doing something he wants to do. Like, I feel like we focus so much on changing other people and other outcomes and forcing other things, but you can use these periods of uncertainty, of having time to yourself and really invest in yourself and improve yourself, be constantly upskilling yourself, whether it's like marketing skills, whether it's hair, whether it's nails, whether it's skin. If you are always improving, you are never going to feel behind, because the thing about always improving is people who always improve are always in new places, and new places always bring new opportunities. Now, it's not great to have shiny object syndrome where you're always changing course, always changing vision, but having that vision in the first place and then going in new places, opportunities are going to attract to you, and it's going to either align with your vision or not align with your vision, but you're going to get some input, attract some things that align with your vision so strongly, and it's just going to happen if you're in the right places, if you're constantly developing in a way that aligns with your vision. Okay, number 8 is around number 2, kind of again. So within that say no, I think even stronger than saying no is really having boundaries. So this is like goes further than just saying like no to things that aren't for you. But if you feel like something is within your vision, for example, and you feel like you're trusting someone or that someone was on the path to your vision, like knowing the things that people can absolutely not do to you and walking away from things that do have those elements in them, that is really hard sometimes because we can get attached to, okay, this person's going to change my life, or this person is going to do this for me, this opportunity is going to bring me X, Y, Z. But that person has violated a boundary, whether it's they haven't paid you, maybe if it's a boyfriend, they've cheated on you. Being the person who is able to walk away from those things which are not in your vision. Like, now, if you do want to do free work, and if you are okay with a partner who cheats on you, like, I'm not here to tell you that's not for you, it's just not for me. So it's an example that I'm giving. But having boundaries around that stuff and walking away from the things that aren't for you, it's kind of harder than just saying no in the first place because you feel invested into it time-wise. But if it's not part of your vision, you gotta let it go. Like, it's not going to help you get there if they're breaking your boundaries. It's going to crush your spirit. And especially if they haven't been paying you when they promised to be paying you. And I say this one because this happened to me. You're not getting any closer to your goals by letting them not pay you. It's not helping you. And that person is not going to pay you. Let people show you who they are and have your boundaries. So say you are okay with going 30 days without payment. Payment doesn't come after that. Walk away from that client. They're not going to pay you. That's not the person that they are. You're not there to control them. They could have done right by you and they didn't. Walk away from that situation. Okay, I hope that these tips help you reconnect to the journey, reconnect to, the pursuit of your vision and not feeling like you have to rush things and trusting the journey, having faith. Because if you're consistently investing in yourself, practicing self-control, really giving yourself over to your vision and the things that you want in your life, and getting guidance from people who have been there too, and knowing what isn't and isn't for you. You're going to enjoy the journey, and it's going to be something that you always feel like you can handle. You're going to find so much magic in it. And I hope that if you're watching this and then you are open to doing these things because something painful just happened to you, let me know if it has as well in the comments. There's so much magic in this time that you're in right now. That's how I feel. Like, I had a business partner recently kind of steal like $18,000 from me, essentially, like have me co-sign something he's not going to pay for it. It was all his money that he spent. I found magic on the other side of that. I found things inside myself, motivation that I didn't even know I was capable of. And it's made me stronger in my boundaries. So you're going to get there. You're going to be fine. And yeah, just trust the process. And you're going to even be more than fine if you're able to take these things as a lesson and keep on moving forward. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.